How dare you?
Incoming, sir. Location looks to be Central Indiana. Fire up those sirens, Sergeant. Brian K. Morris. He came without warning.
Seconds.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Ready!
Let's all throw our heads back and laugh. It's Monday, September 25th, 2023, and we hope you had a great weekend. I had a fantastic one. My name is Brian K. Morris, publisher, editor, freelance author, Facebook famous YouTuber, and former mortician's assistant. Hope I had a spectacular weekend. I had a fantastic one. News, as many of you know, I've got two projects. Two novels I've been editing, both that I've written. And the first one that I am doing for another publisher just got turned into the my editors 2 days ago. And so I beat my deadline. Said the deadline was September 2023, and I'm counting the whole month. So I made it with a week to spare. And I'm currently about not quite a third of the way through The Terrors, which is now what I'm concentrating on, along with writing a couple of short stories for some friends that have requested them. And we're going to get back in the writing groove any day now. Speaking of which, a big shout out to my dear friend Michaela Jade for really giving me some motivation to get this thing done. And she and I are going to be teaming up on a broadcast project real soon that you're all going to want to be a part of, especially if you're a writer, because we're going to help you get your mojo back if you've lost any of it. And we found a method to do it, and we're going to be sharing news on the industry and all kinds of cool things. So stay tuned to probably this channel. We've had an offer from another one that we're also talking to. But anyway, we're Michaela and I are still hammering out the various intricacies of this enterprise. And so whether you're watching us live or on the rerun, we appreciate you all. We really do. So please, if you're here live, leave us a comment, say hello, and I'll say hello back. That's what the interactive conversation's about. And if you catch us on the rerun, we love you too. We really do, because you made a special effort to get here, and we don't grade for being late. So anyway, leave a comment down below if it's after hours, and we'll try to get back to you, and we'll have a conversation that way. But as always, please like, share, and subscribe, the usual mantra. And if you're watching on YouTube, please give this video a like, and especially subscribe. I've had a little bit of attrition lately, and we got to make up those numbers. I mean, for one day, we actually had over 1,000 viewers on here. I have no idea what happened. I have no idea. But anyway, we are on the downhill slide again. Like I said, I've given up on monetizing this channel. Various forces have conspired against me, not the least of which is myself. So anyway, we're just gonna do shows. We're gonna have fun and not worry about how they pay for themselves. But anyway, something that does pay for itself, and we are grateful mostly because we are proud to be a part of this organization. We're so very proud of the people that support us, and that's Patreon, which is a monthly subscription service where for a modest monthly stipend, and it's affordable because you get to set the level. But anyway, these wonderful people have become my patrons, for which I am incredibly grateful. And I'm a patron of some of them in return and some others. But anyway, it's a great way to see my twice weekly blog. Every blog deserves a name. And where I go on various rants or I try to teach everybody something about how to get to my level, such as it is. If you haven't started yet, I'm higher up than you are. So anyway, please check out what we have to offer at www.patreon.com/Brian K. Morris. And I think you'll like the blog. It's kind of irreverent, and every now and then you might learn something. Who knows? But anyway, we also want to thank Jeffrey Hayes and Plasma Fire Graphics. When the look of your book matters to you, when it does, and it better, you want to get the very best, and the award-winning Jeffrey Hayes is the guy to do it for you. He's great to work with. He's got indie creator-friendly pricing, and you're going to wind up with not only just a great book, but a wonderful wraparound cover for it. You're also get some graphics to help you sell it on social media, maybe even a book trailer, who knows. But anyway, contact Jeffrey Hayes. First, go to his Facebook page and check out his great samples there. And then go to plasmafiregraphics.com and check out more samples and talk to him about his very, very affordable rates. You'll love working with him. I do. And he's already got the cover for The Terrors done, except for like the stuff I have to give him. But anyway, please check it out at plasmafiregraphics.com. Plasma Fire Graphics, when the look of your book matters to you, because it definitely matters to your readers. We had a fantastic weekend, Cookie and I. I finished the final part of the edit on Friday night for the one book that I don't have permission to talk about yet. But once I get it, I'm going to make you sick of hearing about it. I'm very proud of this book. I think it came out well. But anyway, we will. We got the book done. Cookie did a spectacular beta read on my efforts, and then I went through and did a couple more rounds of editing. I'm very pleased with how it turned out. So we shot it to my editors, who both acknowledged receipt of it. Won't get to it for a couple days. Looking forward to their notes. And we'll just make the book better and better than it is. And I'm really thrilled, and that gives me now more time to work on The Terrors, which I've been promising for a couple of years. Now, my Patreon supporters have read it. They have, not read it .com, but they've read the first draft of the book, and we've kicked that thing up, we've amped it up, and we've got some more thrills and excitement in that Golden Age book. So very pulp-like. You'll enjoy it, I'm sure. But anyway, we're working on the final edit of that. Hope to get it done in the next week or so. And we've got what was it? We've got over a month now off. As far as shows go. So as far as the rest of this month and all of next month, except for the last weekend, we are going to be home and typing and getting stuff accomplished. All right. And my next show will be the weekend before Halloween. I don't have my book with me, so look it up yourself. I can't do it all for you. And it's HalloCon, the wonderful HalloCon that Jody, or not Jody. I always know who I'm talking about, but my mouth just lists the other one. Joe Dog McKeel, who's a Jody of his well. Joe Dog McKeel runs an incredible convention called ShadowCon in Dalton, Georgia. For more details, go to hallocon.com on the interwebs, and you're going to see not just us, but the great Carl Witzman, Donna Carlene will be there, Dan Hollifield, most of the crew of Stupid O'Clock, which you ought to be checking out on Thursday nights at 9 Eastern and 11 p.m. on Sunday. They'll be there. And the nice thing is, when you pay your admission, and you can get special room rates if you act quickly enough, It's really affordable, let me tell you. But anyway, you go there, don't budget for food. Don't budget for food, because the minute you get there until the time the con ends, you are fed. And it's Southern comfort cooking, so you know it's going to be good. They have a lady who does the ribs there. She is a protein princess, let me tell you. She really knows how to make those swine glad they gave up their lives for our dinners. So anyway, please check it out. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of entertainment, educational experience. There's also you can learn a lot about writing, because you're going to get a bunch of great authors down there. The great Stephanie Osborne's also going to be down there. And Anthony and KT will be there with all their great stuff, and we hope you'll be there too. We really won't be having a party without you. Plus, there's games. Usually something on Friday night that's always fun. The Oracle of Delphi. It's a lot of fun. Please check it out at hallowcon.com, and then come down and see us. We'd love to see it. And now we have done all we can to let the comments fill up, and now we go to you, the viewing audience, which is always a frightening thing. And who should be here but my man, Brian Rodman himself. B-Rod, good to see you. Mwah! Good morning, my fellow Brian, and no warning. It's got to get that vibrato in there. Glad to see you. Hope you are feeling better. My poor man here has got muscular sprains and stuff now. It's not bad enough he is fighting asthma. Now he's fighting the rest of his body. I guess they wanted to pile up on our son. But Brian, we're glad you're here, buddy. We love you, man. And speaking of somebody I misidentified, Joe D. McPhee, who runs from the Decimal Small Press Publisher Saturday nights at 10 p.m. Great conversation on comic books. Also, Comic Book Spectrum. He's the new host of that. On Thursday nights at 8 p.m., 7 p.m. Central from the Small Press Publisher. And classic good intro, Carl Witzman. Yes, Carl did our introduction there, the No Warning. And it turned out spectacularly. It's a lot of fun. Thank you, Carl. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate that. And hello, beautiful people. Hello, beautiful Keisha Acuff, authoress, mother, and wonderful human being. Glad to have you here. Hope your Monday's treating you well. And hello, Joseph. What? And no, I mean, hello. Yeah, Carl's pegged it right, Monday. And I think, therefore, it am. Carl Witzman, glad to have you here. Check out his work on Lulu.com along with Donna Carlene. And Monday Indeed. Yeah. And woohoo for new books being turned into editors. Yeah, definitely. We are the deadline busters here. You want it turned in on time, you come to Brian. In fact, I may have picked up another gig right out of the gate this morning. Now here's a lesson. We're going to share a lesson, and please remind me, we've got a recipe for all y'all. It's pretty cheap dessert, okay? But anyway, I had a conversation one time, and this was brought to mind by the fact that somebody reached out to me and said, "Hey, do you have a story handy for me?" Because somebody blew the deadline. Okay. Go Fefe. And I had a conversation with somebody. Now, as you know, I'm an outliner. Or I'm a plancer. I'm an outliner, but I don't look at the outline when I type. But I was getting grief from somebody one day. Well, I listen to my muse, and I go where my muse takes me, and I don't care about deadlines, and look at all the assignments I have. And I said, yeah, and you know what? Because I had followed this person on some books because they blew the assignment, and I pick up the job. And I said, you know what? You keep doing what you do. Because you know what? Maybe you're a better writer than I am. Maybe you can pitch better than I can. That's perfectly acceptable, and I probably don't doubt that it's true. But the thing is, when you blow your deadline and they're desperate to fill that slot, they call me because they know I'll make it. I'll give them competent writing, something they'd be happy to print, and I'll make their second deadline. And then they'll go to you the next time when you pitch a story. And then your candy butt will blow the next deadline, and they'll know to go right to me because I'll fix it. And then the third time, they're just going to save some time and come to me directly. So people like you are the reason people like me get works. And you can call me a hack all you want. But you know who hacks are? Hacks are the guys that the publishers go and editors go to when they want the job done. So I'm proud to be a hack, all right? So anyway, yay! Yes, we got that done. And so the next book, though, is for me. The Terrorist is the first book that Rising Tide has published in 4 years. We didn't realize it. We didn't realize it was a COVID casualty. We and we'll be saying hello to one later. I saw the comments. We so yeah, we had a good weekend, and we went to Indianapolis yesterday to celebrate. Picked up we went to an Ollie's down there, picked up a couple books actually, and then went to Half Price Books, picked up a beautiful. I should have brought it with me, but it's by Roy Thomas. You know, who, if you don't know who Roy Thomas is, he's famous for writing the introduction to the original Skyman Battles the Master of Steam. Okay, available on Amazon. Go get it. Well, he wrote a book on the history of Marvel Comics, 1961 and 1978, a Toshin book, and those bad boys are expensive. 1, 2, they're heavy because they use top grade materials, and these are archival type books. I've got a handful of them. I would probably buy Toshin books even if I didn't need them. But I've got the 3 volumes of the history of DC Comics from Paul Levitz. I have a book by Ricky J on the history of magic, which is fascinating. And then I've got another one that I actually just got from Cookie. She was clearing out her bookshelf. And it's a book on women's fashion through the ages. And I'm keeping that for reference because I already got my dresses and everything. But we're keeping that, and now I've got this. So I've got and they're really lovely books. They're heavy as hell. Like I said, it's top flight production on these things, and they charge like $125, $150, $200 per book. But that book's going to be about yay thick, and it's going to be filled with information, good information, great graphics, beautiful, easy to read. So they're worth every penny. But I got this for $20. Anyway. But anyway, I was telling Cookie, I gotta get this by my friend. And she, yes, here. Anyway, Progressive Small Press Publisher continuing laughing at Brian Rodman. Who's this? Joseph Morning, and everyone, hello. And good morning, Brian. Guess what? All I have COVID. I know who you are. And who's that clown? Who's that hack, Carl? Anyway, good to see you, Carl. And I haven't lost my mojo, but I'm always up for more. Hey, we can always use more mojo, man. And you need watch hours to get monetized, which means hours of him back to work for you. I know. And when I get this thing with Michaela going, I might have it. But anyway, Michaela and I want to do it because it's fun and it helped us get a lot of work done. And Carl, we would love to have you on sometime. We're currently writing the rules of it. We recognize we don't want to put on too sloppy a production, and we have some things to hammer out before then. But Michaela and I are in complete agreement, and there are things that certain people do in the course of broadcasting that annoy the absolute out of us. Okay, and we're not putting up with it. So if you think you're going to be doing this stuff, it ain't happening. Or it will happen once. And we'll get more things as we get that hammered out. But it's just sloppy broadcasting, really. And this is something I've seen particularly in the independent comics community. No offense. There are some who are impeccable. Like Nita, Daphne, Randy. They are awesome. They are fantastic. And there are others. Like I've seen too many that basically don't present themselves well. Their sound is terrible. They'll put their phones on their crotch and you're staring up at the bottom of their brains, that sort of thing, through their nostrils. Or just walk off, or just or they'll like sit there eating hamburgers or sandwiches on the air, and I just find that abhorrent. But anyway, just bad broadcasting, and we want to just bring the best of the best, and it's not going to be one of those things. Hey, I've got a Kickstarter. When can I be on that show? We're only allowing people on who have works in progress. That's what this is for. And I will be doing some more Clever Title pending soon. I hope, because once I get a little more off my plate, I've got a long laundry list of things I've got to get done before the end of the year. But we're looking forward to this show, and we think it's going to help a lot of people. We really do, in the prose area at least. We probably could do one in the comic field, but we haven't worked it out yet. But yeah, it's a working show. Michaela and I will have works that we constantly are working on, and if you want to be on the show, you better have a work in progress, whether it's a short story or a novel. Okay, so so be thinking about that, people. Anyway, Brian Rodman continues, as well he should. Started reading the latest cosmic horror issue of Weird Tales, featuring a new Hellboy short story. It's just so satisfying. Pulpy goodness featuring my favorite fictional character. I know that. I saw your picture of that, Brian. That looks so good. Is that the latest issue? I may have to look into getting that. Another one that I'll recommend come from Moonstone Comics. Well, of course, I recommend Pulp Reality from Stormgate Press, of course. Especially that fourth issue had a couple really good stories, wouldn't you say, Brian? But anyway, Moonstone Comics out of the Chicago area have one. There's one publication called Triple Threat and one called Double Shot, and it usually has characters like the Green Hornet and Kato, the Lone Ranger, Johnny Dollar. If you don't know who Johnny Dollar is, you gotta check him out. It's one of the best shows ever on radio. Who else? Kolchak the Night Stalker. Various there was one with Domino Lady by Bobby Nash that was just chef's kiss, wonderful. As usual, and John C. Bruning has written a great writer. But anyway, you check those out. You can get those through previews, and your local comic monger should be able to get them for you. There was a Purple Scar one recently by Ron Fortier. Just a lot of great people, writing a lot of great stories, and well worth your time and interest. And Teresa Dunn has a comment here. If I can get StreamYard there to go StreamYard. Good morning, Brian. Unfortunately, I have COVID. Really stinks. Yes, poor Teresa has come down with the latest version of the virus. So please send your positive energy and your love and your prayers to this lady here. I talked to her just this morning. She is not healthy. She is not feeling well. And and I agree with Carl here. Poor Teresa. I'm sorry. No, seriously. Having had COVID at least once, I may have had it another time. I'm not sure. But anyway, I know how debilitating it can be. I'm still suffering from some of the after effects. I'm a long timer, and I've had problems with my attention span and my breathing that I haven't had before. But it wasn't until after COVID I got them. So I and the problem is we know so little about it, even after 2-3 years. 2020? Okay, almost going on 4 years now, and we still don't know everything about it. So get your shots, and if you don't believe in shots, go ahead and leave. That's fine. I do, and I know they work. When I caught it, it was just happenstance. I don't know why, because this virus sometimes ignores the shots. But we want to protect each other because we're all we have, all right? Brian Rodman says, B&R Publications had our last quarterly meeting for the year on Saturday. We're about to start formatting part 1. Part 2 is almost completely edited, and I'm writing part 3. So excited. You should be. I want to hear more about this, Brian. And do I need to do anything on that one story that I did for you? I never got any sort of notes or edits on that. So anyway, and morning, Carl and Teresa from Joe D. McPhee, the great Joe D. McPhee. Check him out on exngstudios.com. And been doodling a ton this weekend for Memoirs of an Angel. So pumping them out this morning. They're turning out pretty good. I think they're turning out beautifully. I think it's some of the best work you've ever done. You may have found your niche, brother. I mean, you make awesome comics rather, in the comments too. But maybe prose may be your thing. You never know. And Brian, I'm so sorry, Teresa. We are sorry. And Teresa's not feeling well. And yeah, Carl agrees with me. And thanks, Carl. And Don and I will definitely be at HowlCon. Yay! And I have the last 2 copies of Mad Gasser Cheerleader to sell there. About time for me to retire from writing. Nope. Carl, it's like this career is like Hotel California. You can't leave, especially since you're so damn good at it. All right, and who's gonna, this? Though, if you do retire, it'll give you more time to sell Donna's stuff, like you should be doing, right? No, I really want you to keep going, Carl, because you're really good, and I could. The Mad Gasser could go on for years. If nothing else, maybe I can ghostwrite it for you. How's that sound? I haven't ghostwritten in a while. I do it for you. And let's see. Oops, I did not mean to hit that. And also, and after the Spike novel and DB Cooper. Yeah, okay, good. We still have time to convince you to stay in the field. And anyway, yes, I have tendonitis in my Achilles. Hopefully, it's just tendonitis. It's worse today, so I may have to see a specialist. Hope it's not torn or something. Yeah, I've got a torn tendon in my arm, and it's like, oh my God, I can empathize, brother. Yes, and we have you here. I wish I could pronounce that. What's that? Hey, what's up? Not much. Glad to have you here. Hope you're having a good morning. Hope you're enjoying the show. And there he is, the great Clyde Hall, also Stormgate Press and Pulp Reality and Comic Book Spectrum, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central Time on Thursday nights from the SO Small Press Publisher channel. And good Monday morning, all you sugar boogers. And there's somebody else who's had a time. Clyde, we hope you're progress report. How are you feeling? And everyone pitches better than I. Well, then you should take some lessons from it. Of course, you publish mostly yourself, and you get outside work, so don't complain. You must be doing something right. And BKM is right. Well, there's something you don't hear very often. I used to get magazine assignments that other writers messed up. Yeah. And same with me. Many a time when I worked for Tomorrow's, I'd get one of the editors saying, "Hey, Brian, can you do this for me?" And I'm like, "Well, yes, I can. Thank you for asking." So anyway, but you get it done, Joe D. Exactly. And that's why Joe D gets the good work, too. Brian Robinson says, indeed, apparently it's possible that my years of being on high doses of steroids can cause your tendons to rupture. Joy of joys. I think I pulled mine. This would have been about the time we completed our move to Illinois, and we had one hell of a marathon session unloading a van. Cookie was had injured herself somehow, and so it was up to me pretty much to do the van, and I just overworked it to the point where I think I tore something. I can live with it though. It's I can't press on that area, but it hurts like hell. But anyway, Brian Robin says, Brian, I may need to talk to you later in the DMs. Ooh, sexy. No law. So our trusted printer is not so trusted anymore. How's your experience with Amazon? Okay, Brian, we will talk. I will say that for the, and I've made this abundantly clear, I no longer trust Amazon. Amazon is the easiest platform in a lot of ways. But there's a reason why the hardcover Santa sign is getting printed privately. Okay, and you can still, and I know ways you can still get your books on Amazon and not have to deal with Amazon. But yeah, let's talk later. And I can also put you in touch with some people who do have more than anecdotal experience. And I know they'd be happy to talk to you about this. Okay, so yeah, let's get together on that. Okay, and there she is, the charming and delightful Donna Carly, mwah, who we'll see at HalloCon. Hey, how you doing, darling? Good to see you. Miss you and Carl from SilCon. Man, how many cons have we done this year? It's not enough, but it was good to see you. And good morning, happy Monday, all. Joe Bachman, always a pleasure, my man. Hope you're doing well, my friend. And Stairs, is that Brian Rodman? I know, I feel the same way. And everyone's saying hello to each other. And yeah, I like it. Let's see, here we go. Yeah, I like it when folks put out a good video project. You do, Carl. You did a great introduction for the show. I really dig it. I really do. That's why I'm using it. So, and Carl asks, do you have a title for the BKM Michaela show yet? It's going to depend on who does it. And so far it's looking like me. And if we do, I've got a title for mine. I want to verify through Michaela she's with it. I think she said she was. And if it's Michaela, it'll be Tidbits and Scribbles. But it's looking like it's going to be me in charge of it. So, and we haven't decided on a date to air it yet. But it's based on something we've been doing this for a couple months now, where we meet in the evening, and we start these timed writing sessions, and the Pomodoro method. And it's helped both of us immensely. And like for last week, I've been mostly editing, doing that too, but it still focuses you. And like I said, we want people who are in the process of writing. We want people who are actively working on a project right this moment. It's not going to be you come on and talk about a Kickstarter or talk about your latest book for 10 minutes, although we will allow people a vast opportunity to promote themselves. But that's not going to be the focus of the show. So it's a work thing. And speaking of working, there is the man himself, the pro slayer, the Eric S. Hawkins. How you doing, Eric? Good morning to you. I am glad to see you as always. Hope you're doing well. And hello, that's Brian is really close to Eric, so he gets to call Eric by his first name. And I'm here to start all over again, Fez man. Oh, well, since it's you, Leia, I will do that thing. So anyway, here we go. Starting the show all over again.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Ready!
How dare you!
Trust you're all caught up now. Anyway, that worked. Hot damn. Anyway, glad to see you here, Parallax Spectre. Mwah! It's always a treat to have you here, darling. And hi, everyone. Hello to you. And hangs my head down. Sorry, BKM. I will get the broadcast better. See that you do, young man. See that you do. Anyway, no, you do a great job. That's why you got stuck with hosting duties. Oh, you poor man. Anyway, the Eric, everyone knows who it is, the pro slayer himself. While I'm homesick, book 3 possibly going to works. Oh, cool. Good. Let's get that book done, and we need to repair one of them too. And Parallax, and she's waving. Mwah, and I blow you kisses. And writing in progress is not taken yet on YouTube. We have a couple of ideas. I'll tell you about them later, Carl. I will. And for Odessa Small Press Publisher, hopefully you saw the announcement on the Saturday show. I have not watched that episode because, like I said yesterday, I was out celebrating with my honey. Yeah, we went. Like I said, we went to Ollie's. We really ought to get one. Joe, it's a great place. It's the best place on earth. Shame you don't have one. And no, it's not a myth. You know, you flat Earth slash not Ollie disbelievers to the contrary. But no, it's a wonderful place. I picked up a couple of books, and I got this is so fun. I got the Justice League meets the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers hardcover for $5. $5 for the hardcover. And then I got a book for someone else, and it turned out they actually got a copy, and so that's all good, all well and good. Then listen, then I said I got the Roy Thomas picked up a book on tarot because I'm feeling the need to learn tarot now. I don't know why it is, but I feel that I need to learn this. And a couple other cool things. And then we found a really nice German restaurant on the east side of Indy that was really, really good and kind of fun. It was like a combination antique mall and cafe. It was a lot of fun to go there. And then we had a leisurely drive home. And I promised you a recipe. Let me catch up with the comments, and I will give you my recipe for a really inexpensive, delicious dessert. All right, so yes, I will check that out. Joe. I have yet to watch the show. Brian Rahman says the one that we're writing together is coming out after Memoirs. Notes will come then. Nothing like being ahead of the game. Okay, no problem. I wasn't aware of that. I thought this was part of that cycle, so I'm good with that. And yeah, I can wait a day or two. Anyway, I can loan the Mad Gasser cheerleader to you, PKM. Have fun. We could talk. And how did I miss Clyde? Asked Brian Rahman. Nothing like sugar boogers. Nice to make. As opposed to booger sugar, which is entirely illegal. Anyway, when we sell Woodstock Dreams on Lulu, we make almost $12 profit. That's great. When it goes on Amazon, we make $1.22. So we are taking our books off Amazon. Carl, I would advise you, just a thought, keep your books on Amazon, but just don't worry about it. But send people to Lulu. And that way, if somebody just happens to find your book on Amazon, you're just that much ahead. Unless there is some kind of advantage to removing it from Amazon, which I don't know that there is at this point. It's just that I won't do business. I just won't do direct business with them. I will still list my books there, but I'm looking at listing on each. There are several platforms I can go with. Most of them offer more advantages, including Lulu. And if people want to find me on Amazon, that's fine. But Amazon will be the last one to get it. Okay. And we're also going to start a little something that's going to do something cool. Something cool, starting with the Santa Sign book. So yeah, we'll talk ghost. We'll talk ghosting later. And I have to split it 122 among 3 writers. Well, you can split. You can just split it half with me. How's that? I'll do it for the fun. And Omniversal Inc. Damien, how you doing, brother? Hi, people. Hi, Brian. Closing on a new place today. Oh, excellent. So I'll have to watch a rebroadcast. Everyone have a great day. Good luck with that. I wasn't aware you were. Dude, yay for you and Lauren. Oh, so happy for you. Have a great day. And Joe D. McPhee mocks me with his laughter, as does Parallax Factor, as well as I don't blame him. Clyde Halls had just finished all the meds after getting COVID for the first time last week. It was a very rough week, but things slowly getting back to normal except for my voice. Well, we need those dulcet tones on Comic Book Spectrum every Thursday night from the Desk of the Small Press Publisher channel on YouTube. Anyway, no, dude, we need you, man. You're the gold standard. You and Ginny both. So please stay well, my friend. Please stay well. And BKM knows how to please the fans. By God, I do. I do. I know what they're looking for. Can't you see how they're dressed? Anyway, Kelly Austin, good morning, darling. Wah! Good morning, Brian and friends. It's me, Kelly Austin, and all my early day rising with strawberry, watermelon, coffee, and biscuits. Oh my God. Did it get warm in here or what? Yeah, what I picked up at Ollie's yesterday was Harry and David's has good coffee. And we got one that's God, what flavor is it? It's spicy. It's pumpkin spice. That's right. Which is odd because we generally do not buy pumpkin spice coffee because we know how to make our own. We have it all year round. So anyway, we're getting closer to that. We're on the verge of a comment dump, but we're getting closer to that recipe, folks. Stick around. Stick around. It's easy. And Clyde Hall, Teresa Paxlovid helped a lot. The worst part was the strep, but hang in there. It slowly gets better with meds and rest. So I've been trying to tell her. I didn't take any extra medicine aside from ibuprofen when I had it, but mine was along the line of a mild cold. But it's just it messed me up afterwards. Was the thing. I hope you guys don't get the after effects. Talk to Amy and John Hale about after effects. I shocked the Eric Hawkins with the fact that Chicago is 5 below, but not an Ollie's. Yeah, I've seen play. Well, actually, I've seen Ollie's in the western suburbs. I can't remember which one, but I did drive by an Ollie's down there, I believe. I know there are some in the area, but just not in Chicago proper. So, and Eric's getting a couple built near him. And I guess I'm not in this for the money, but my other authors would like some cash. Hey, nothing wrong with that. We all do it for the different motivations. I'm in it for everything. I want the fame. I want the money. I want the hookers and the blows. So anyway, I'm glad you poo-pooed Amazon. I didn't want to use them anyway. I'll DM you. Yeah. Let's start that conversation, Brian. I'll be glad to give you all that I know, such as it is. But someone who knows everything is the beautiful Dawn Doulis. Mwah! Good morning to you, darling. How are you, my sweet? It's good to see you here as always. Hope the day's treating you well. I guess it's the principle of it. Amazon. It is. Yeah, and the reasons why, I'll tell everybody, Amazon's customer service has gone to hell. It really has. Back when they had Create Space several years ago, you couldn't ask for a better partner in your publishing empire. Now, like yesterday, I got a new shipment of Santa Stein in time for HalloCon. One, they have, remember they used to have 3 levels of delivery, and one is regular, one is expedited, and one is super expedited, where you get like in 3 days. They've eliminated the 3-day one. You either get regular or the expedited. And in this case, I was scheduled to get my books yesterday, the 28th or 24th, excuse me. On the 24th, I was supposed to get all my books. Well, I ordered 20. I got 19 of them a week before. I got the 20th one yesterday separately, and there was plenty of room in the box for those books. So if Amazon is trying, I've heard rumors that Amazon is seriously thinking about divesting itself of Kindle Direct Publishing. And I'm wondering if I'm going to have to talk with some of my friends who are a little more connected than I am. I'm wondering if they're deliberately upping their expenses by doing this delivery bullshit, to make them look less profitable. And then they can justify to stockholders why they're getting rid of it. Stockholders, talk to your authors. I had a friend who ordered 50 copies of his own book. He got 3 in a box, and then he got the other 47 individually mailed in folders. Plus, they don't pack them as well as they used to. So people are getting books damaged. I've had books damaged. But yeah, and I had to wait a week to get one book to fulfill my order. I'm done with them. I am so done with them. And poor Clyde. I agree. Clyde he's not quite my age, but he's in the bracket where he needs to be concerned. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, and there's comment dump. Anyway, here we go. And the recipe is coming up. Without the gold standard, CBS has been Eric's standard, which is okay, but we need Clyde. One of these times, maybe I'll pop in for 10 minutes just so you'll have another warm body to talk to. And believe me, I am a warm body. And Clyde, if you were in front of me, I would run away because of COVID. But if I had a hazmat suit, I'd give you a big 6'2", 370-pound hug. Oh, darling, share with me. And Dawn. And sick burn on Eric, Joe. I wasn't going to say. And Eric's now going, yeah, have fun hosting a solo on Thursday night. Anyway, those are blowing hookers for writers. What the hell is this? Oh, Carl, it's time we had that talk, I guess. I was going for the Stephen King plan, except he went minus the hookers. And while the entire purpose of Prime was the 2-day shipping, and that just went away with the price of Prime not changing one bit. Yeah, see? I get a certain amount of attrition of benefit because of inflation, but this ain't the way to go about it, I don't think. And like I said, I'm going with a private printer for one of my books, and if it succeeds, risingtide.pub. That's all I'm saying. Kelly Austin, Brian, here's the Amazon catch. When I ordered copies of my first book, it took 12 days to get. However, when I subscribed to their Amazon Prime trial period, I got another order of books within 4 days. Wow. Maybe I should sign up for Prime again. I'll just order half of what I need and I'll get everything. Anyway, see what they're effed up like a football bat, I'm telling you. And author Kathy Jackson, good happy sunshine morning, my friends. I truly hope you all have a wonderful day. We will be on a great start of it now that you've been here. Thank you, Kathy. Wow, love you and Matt. Hope you guys are doing well. And wow, no shipping issues with Lulu. I am impressed every time. Well, you getting closer. I don't hear about this sort of thing going on with Ingram Spark, Draft to Digital, Lulu, Barnes and Noble, any of these guys. So what Amazon's problem is, I can only guess. Oh, and here's another thing. My books are now being started to be published out of Illinois rather than South Carolina, where they've been previously. So anyway, Brian Robbins says 47 individually mailed books. What a load of... So, yeah, it was. Total BS, and they wonder why they may be making less of a profit, right? And it's an Amazon scam mailing and shipping. After I got my big shipment, says Kelly Austin, I canceled the trial period on Amazon after my Bishop Kincaid comes out in October. I'm done with Amazon. I do not blame you. I do not blame you, darling. And I should say that NTF is after the show. That's right. Never mind the Furthermore, starring Nicholas Anthony Tockert. We'll be on the Nicholas Tockert and the Historical Fencing Guild channels, also on Facebook, at 10 a.m., 9 a.m. Eastern, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Please join Nick Tockert for some really great conversation. Kind of like this, but less fez. Anyway, Joe Bachman, looking forward to listening to NTF2. Yeah, as opposed to this show. Yeah, I know this piece of crap here, right? More paperwork I do this morning, the more seems to be needed. Yeah. I used to work in the water industry. I know what you mean. And Amazon did screw up, and I won big time. They sent me an extra copy of Clip Studio EX. Oh, good for you, dude. I need that. I need to order it for them then. And all my future book projects will be going to Drafted Digital and Lulu. I've been talking to Michaela Jade, and she's totally in love with Drafted Digital. And I want to do a courtship with them myself on the Terrors. So yeah, we'll see how that works out for me, and I will definitely report back to you wonderful people about that. And with that, we have caught up with the comments. Now, you have waited for the whole 45 minutes. Now, here is that wonderful recipe we just picked up off the internet. And you know you can trust it off the internet. And here we go. I love screwing over Amazon. Oh, Jeffy can afford it. Yeah, I hear you. You know, if it keep, you know, I have no love for the man either. So I'm with you, darling. I'm with you. But anyway, here's the recipe. If you like caramel, good caramel. We did a recipe that this was Friday morning. I think it was Friday. It's Saturday. We did this on Saturday, and it sounded dangerous, but we took it up, and it really was good. If you like caramel, get a can of sweetened condensed milk. And that's, we put some in our coffee occasionally, but we don't get too much of it. We like our coffee, water is just a formality. So anyway, here's the thing. What you do is you remove the label and remove the glue that held it on, because we don't know what will happen. And, we don't want that stuff left in our crock pot. You'll need a crock pot, clean water, and a can of sweetened condensed milk. That is all you will need. What you do, and also a rag. We recommend putting a rag at the bottom. You take like just like some fabric, put it at the bottom of the center of the crock pot. Put your sweetened condensed milk minus the label and the glue on top of that. And then pour the clean water so that it comes up above the level of the can. We just set it on its end, and we filled up our crock pot. We could put like about this much, and we kept a pitcher nearby in case the water boils. You want the thing to be covered at all times. Then you plug in the crock pot, and you turn it on high. Then you check it every hour or two. We checked it every hour for the first 2 hours. Then we checked it for every 2 hours after that. You cook it in there for 8 hours. Okay, and it's the sort of thing. You start it when you go to work, like you should with crock pot. You start when you go to work, and then you come back, leave enough water, hopefully, and you come back at the end of the night. You got something really cool here. So at the end of the 8 hours, you turn off your crock pot, leave it in the water, because your water will boil. Your water will come to a boil. But you take the lid off and let it cool to the point where you can, till it's, kind of room temperature. And you will wind up with the best caramel. It tastes like, remember those old individually wrapped Brock's caramels? That's what it tastes like. And then you put it in the fridge and it gets a little more body to it. It's, it's really some of the best caramel we have ever had. And like last night after dinner for dessert, we got took a teaspoon, took of that stuff, and we're just licking on that for a few hours. And it's always good to be licking on things, Anyway, so that is a very inexpensive dessert. Like I said, all you need is a crock pot, clean water, and a can of sweetened condensed milk. Now, our next goal is to try it with coconut milk, because Cookie is lactose intolerant. This stuff is, she's going to have to take her lactose pills and everything. But it is fantastic. We recommend this totally. So check that recipe out. And we'll be doing experiments with variations of it. Since the coconut milk tends to separate, the coconut cream rather tends to separate, we're going to see what we can do. But we're gonna do the experiments, and we were surprised the can didn't explode, which is one of the reasons we put the cloth at the bottom of the thing. the bottom of the crock pot. So, but anyway, if you like caramel, give that a try. And then we put it in the fridge once we opened it. Because it is a milk substance. But anyway, happy cooking. Hope you enjoy that. And let's see, here we go. And let's see, Brian Rodman says real quickly, while I'm disappearing into the shadows to work on illustrations, have a wonderful day. Brian, I'll see you in the DMs. Looking forward to it, brother. We'll talk later. And warming a can of milk without opening it, boom. That's what I was worried about, which is why one of the reasons I put that rag under there, or Cookie did rather, to help diffuse a little of the heat. Also, I didn't want it like burning down there, so I put we put the rag down there, and it worked a treat. And that's the other reason you check every 2 hours to make sure it hasn't exploded. And this is probably the most complex, simple recipe. No, it's not. It's simpler than my cranberry, my famous cranberry sauce. Cloth at the bottom of the crock pot, can on top of the clean can on top of that. Pour water more than cover it. Try to get at least a half inch or more above the water. Put the lid on, turn it on high, check it every 2 hours. There you go. And now I have to fill Nick's chat up before he gets there. So everyone have a great day. Carl, thank you for being here, brother. Thank you so much for being here. And Dawn's following Carl. Mwah, Carl, she wants to look at your butt. That's all there is to it. And a great day all. You too, Dawn. Love you, hon. And later from Donna Carlene. Mwah, love you, Donna. Hope you have a great day. And we hope you have a great day too, because it's time for us to sign off as well. And we want to say that thank you for being here, whether you're watching live or on the rerun. And we hope you try that recipe. Let me know next time we come on next Monday how it worked out. Okay, we'd like to hear from you. But I want it now. Come on down to my house. We still have some in the can. We still have some. But anyway, there's probably a nasty joke in there, but I'll spare you all. But anyway, no, check out what we're doing on risingtide.pub and also on amazon.com. We don't mind if they sell our books. We just wish they do more of it. So anyway, check us out also on various social media. Keep subscribing to this channel because we've got some cool stuff coming up. And also we want to thank our wonderful, wonderful Patreon friends. We're going to have a blog tomorrow. So if you want to read it, sign up for my channel. It's only sign up for my Patreon thing. It's only $1 a month or more. $5 will get you a peek. We're going to resume our writing of Volcana 2 very soon. And our Patreon supporters also deserve some love of their own. So check out what they have to offer too. But if you want to see what I offer, in addition to a twice weekly blog called Every Blog Deserves a Name, check us out at www.patreon.com/Brian K. Morris. And $1 a month, it makes a difference to us. It really does. And we are so grateful to everyone who is supporting us directly. We love our patrons. Thank you guys so much. And also we want to thank Jeffrey Hayes and Plasma Fire Graphics when the look of your book matters to you, because they say you can't judge a book by its cover. Well, that is total absolute bullshit. Okay? You can judge a great book because they've hired Jeffrey Hayes, who's wonderful to work with and has got indie creator friendly pricing, so that you can get the graphics you deserve and that you will love being associated with the book. Check out the Facebook page for Plasma Fire Graphics, then go to plasmafiregraphics.com and ask the award-winning Jeffrey Hayes what his rates are. You will be delighted. Remember, that's Plasma Fire Graphics when the look of your book matters to you, because it definitely matters to your readers. And with that, we have got a couple of minutes left, so we're going to sign off. And we want to say thank you all for watching. We do appreciate your visits to this place. We are going to soon move the studio to the dungeon, and we'll have different backgrounds. We're going to do some good stuff for the show. But anyway, we are so grateful you are here. Thank you for your ongoing support. We hope to see you next week, if not sooner. We might do an emergency episode every now and then. And keep an eye on this channel. We've got more cool stuff to come. So as always, this is Brian K. Morris saying stay smart, stay safe, wash your hands, and never apologize for being awesome. Have a great Monday, everyone. Try and make it a great Monday for someone else. And we will see you next week, next Monday at 9 a.m. But we're not going to give you any warning. You'll get no warning whatsoever. Have a great week, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.
How dare you?